this is what I learned from a mentor named Hector Lamarck. One of the most important actions you can take as an executive to develop is to develop your juniors, aka duplicate yourself. Okay, so when I met Ruli, he wasn't a high-ticket closer. He had charisma, he was a hustler, he used to sell shit, and not to take anything away from Ruli, but really the way you learned high-ticket sales was through yours truly. Is that real?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
So my goal is to get Ruli to be 80% of my ability, and then ultimately to get him to 120% where he's better than me. My goal is to get Henry, our videographer who just walked in the room, to get him like 80% of my creativity. Then ultimately, you know, to 120%. Okay, when you get to like 120%, now you're Steve Jobs. Okay, you're Elon. You have engineers and talent on your team better than you. Okay, so what you want to remember, the magic number is 80% of your ability. Okay, so if Ruli had 3-4 appointment setters under him that can set appointments up to 80% of his ability, Ruli wouldn't be bragging about $260,000 a month. He'd be bragging about $2.6 million a month. Okay, but he doesn't have any appointment setters that are even close to him. Okay, you guys tracking? Everybody good? Okay. Here's something that no one in the room has heard of, with exception to the sales closers and Limelight Media Division 2. Okay, this is where you want to take notes. There's something called the 4 M's. Write this down. The 4 M's.
Some gold. Get some gold right here.
This is fucking gold. And the 4 M's stand for model, mimic, master, and multiply. Okay? Let me give it to you again. The 4 M's, okay? And I got this game from a guy that's damn near a billionaire, Brandon Dawson. He calls it the 3 M's, but it's the 4 M's. Model, what's the second one, y'all? Mimic. What's the third? Master?
Mimic.
What's
multiply?
Multiply. Okay, so what that means is the leader is the model. So in Ruli's case, he's the model.
Yeah.
Ruli doesn't need to say, hey, listen, fuck Mike, fuck 5.1, 5.2, I'm better than Mike. What Ruli has to do is say, this is how I learned. Here's the model. What did I do? I did personal development 3 hours a day for a year and a half. I pulled up on Mike every single day and went to the gym. I also, always, when I approached Mike, always had a list of good questions that, I was looking to solve, problems I'm looking to solve. Also, I did A, B, and C. Also, I stopped smoking weed. Also, I stopped, right? So in my case, let's say I'm the leader, okay? I create the model, okay? The model is like this. Here we go. Division 2, don't answer. What is the main policies, the main trainings we use for appointment setting? Gage, don't answer.
5.1.
5.1.
Yep.
5.1. That's the main thing, right? So let's just type in the word 5.1. Bam. Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Good job, Gage. Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Gage puffing on his little cigarette. What's good? Okay. So let's just say I signed up Patrick Bet-David, Conor McGregor. Let's say I signed up Solar City. Let's say I signed up like 8 out of the 12 UFC champions, and I did. And the way I did it, the way I set appointments was like this, right? The closing is 5.2. Everybody tracking?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the point? Now, this is the model. Now, when Ruli first started, when Ruli first certified, I need Ruli to mimic. He doesn't need to do Ruli. He needs to do 5.1, right? Now, not only mimic, then eventually he has to master it. He's at the point where he can say it left and right, upside down, backwards, okay? And now he has it down cold. Like, he don't need a script. He could do it like blindfolded, his hands tied, behind his back, right?
Yeah.
You guys tracking?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But now here's the real challenge now. Multiply. Now Ruli has to get other people under him, because Ruli's a closer and he has juniors under him. So now he has to do what Hector Lamarck said, is to get people to be like 80% of his ability. The bar where I want you guys to understand, Kevin, Ruli, Justin, that doesn't want to develop Stacy, Okay? There is no leverage of doing anything one-to-one. There's no leverage in that. There's no leverage of fucking doing that. The leverage is in the multiplier.
Yep.
So now if I have 5 Rulies under Ruli, it's a fucking wrap. If I have 100 Mike Barrons under Mike, it's a fucking wrap.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to write this down. Most of you guys in the room heard me say this. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. I'm the model, let's say. Okay, that motherfucker right there makes over $1 million a month. Okay, I accept you as my coach, my mentor. You know, show me the way. So now you're gonna model that. You're gonna mimic, you're gonna model that, mimic that, excuse me. And you're gonna get so damn good with it that you're like better than Trey Toner. And now you wanna go get other people under you where you push it down and now it's being multiplied. And what I'm telling you is, like, you can close deals, that's cute, that's awesome, but until you multiply, you're not even really playing the fucking game. The goal is to develop people, because Dean could do anything, but he cannot do everything. What am I talking about? I'm talking about developing people. So you, once you get into management, you do what I did with Ruli. So now, what are we talking about? We're talking about, this is all about developing people. Okay, why? Because like, you could do anything, but you can't do everything. Okay, the leverage is in the multiplier. Okay, so now we know what products are. This is what you have to do now. You're the big dog, you're the big woman, you're the big boss lady. What you need to do, here's how you develop people. You need to find the leaks. Step number 1, answer the question, where are you spilling water?
All right, Justin's right here.
Okay, answer the question, where are you spilling water? If I have a gal that makes 100 phone calls, she speaks to 30 people, write these numbers down, okay? 100 phone calls, speaks to 30 people, okay? Sets 25 appointments, 5 show up, 5 demos conducted, 2 closes. Where's this gal spilling water? Answer the question, where are you spilling water? Justin, if you got Stacy that cannot get people to show up, well, she's losing throughput right there on getting them to show up, okay? So how do you find where you're spilling water? You have to understand this process does not require a lot of time. It takes me like 60 seconds. And the way I do this is I literally, let me see your stats. Oh, perfect, the drop-off's right here. You should be pulling up the production sheet, Justin. That's what I do with Harneet. And I'm like, okay, how many calls? A lot of calls. How many connects? A lot of connects. How many show? Oh shit, drop off. It takes 1 minute. So how do you, again, it's quick. So as a manager, Justin, Kevin, you must inspect. I'm reading this, all capital. You must inspect to find leaks. This is how you inspect, Justin. You do this by listening to live phone calls. Why is it important to listen to live phone calls versus solely relying on what the appointment setter tells you? What really said is, hey Stacy, how come no one's showing up? I don't know. They had a good conversation and they were excited and they wanted to do it and they like you, Mike, and A, B, and C, and this and that and the other. If really solely relies on what Stacy's saying or Justin, it's not going to be real because she's not seeing what's actually happening. It's a blind spot because if she's seen it, they would be showing up. What you don't know is what you don't know. So you have to actually listen to either a live call or a recording because Stacy's new and Ruli's like beyond professional closer at this point. He's gonna see something that she doesn't see, okay? So how do you inspect? You listen to live calls. You drill the calendars. You pull up Stacy's calendar, you pull up Kevin's calendar. You take Stacy's phone and you look at the text messages. Oh, I noticed she's not in communication. I know she's not prompting in response. I'm looking for an outness. I'm looking for something she's not doing according to 5.1 in this case.